Hello and welcome to Friday's Granada Reports. We're live across the northwest.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Here's what's coming up on tonight's programme.
You didn't mean to kill my dad, but you must have known your actions could have killed someone.
A daughter's stark message after a father was killed in a motorway crash as the lorry driver responsible is jailed after looking at pornographic images on his phone while at the wheel.
Last year, they saved young Ada's life. Now her mum's heading to the skies herself to raise money for the North West Air Ambulance charity.
I'm at a top-secret location where we are about to reveal our Pride of Britain Regional Fundraiser of the Year. Which of our amazing nominees will it be?
And we'll be live for the official reopening of the Epstein Theater in Liverpool with none other than Ricky Tomlinson and Andrew Lancel on what would have been Brian Epstein's 91st birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
It's nearly 30 years since Oldham had a Rugby Super League team to cheer on, and tonight they can move a huge step closer to that. It's playoff time in the Championship. We're live here at Boundary Park.
And it's definitely been a northwest-southeast split across the region today, and it's this trailing weather front that's giving us a few headaches as we head into the weekend. All the detail a little later on.
So please do stay with us for all those stories. But first tonight, a stark warning for anyone who uses their mobile phone while behind the wheel. A lorry driver is tonight starting a 10-year jail sentence for killing a father of two from Liverpool.
Neil Pratt was on the M58 in Skelmersdale last year when his HGV smashed into Danny Aitchison's car. He was scrolling through social media looking at pornographic images.
Well, Danny's teenage daughter told him, "You didn't mean to kill my dad, but you must have known your actions could have killed someone." Our correspondent Rob Smith was in court. Rob.
Yeah, Danny Aitchison's loved ones cried and cried in this courtroom today as they tried to put into words what his loss has done to them, a loss at the hands of a lorry driver who was looking at pornography on social media on his phone while driving. Danny, who was 46, was driving home from work on the M58 near Skelmersdale last May when he found himself in a queue of traffic and came to a halt. Behind him was a lorry. That lorry was driven by Neil Platt, who's 43 and from Bootle. His dash cam captured him repeatedly, leaning forward to use his phone dozens of times in the journey before the crash. It actually recorded the queue ahead of him. He was completely oblivious, and just 1.5 seconds before he tries to do something about it, tries to swerve, but it is too late. The impact crushed Danny's car between his lorry and a tanker in front in the queue, causing it to burst into flames. Now, just a few minutes ago on this plateau outside the court, both Danny's brother and a police investigator explained why it was important for that footage to be seen tonight.
Our Danny died because someone whose job was to drive a lorry safely from A to B chose to take a risk and not only glance but scroll multiple social media apps while driving at maximum speed on a motorway. All this has left Danny's partner Kerry without her soulmate, his mum grieving her eldest son, his 10-year-old son without his hero and role model, and his daughter Ella, now 17, without the man who would always be there for her.
Devastation caused by using a mobile phone behind the wheel is widely reported and talked about, yet it was a choice he made anyway, and that choice cost Danny his life. I want to make it very clear that being distracted by or interacting with a mobile phone when in charge of a vehicle is not and will never be okay. It is dangerous, it's selfish, and it takes lives.
Danny's partner, Kerry Sullivan, was actually on the phone to him at the moment of the crash. Just take that in for a second. She was on the phone to him. She sobbed as she told the court today how the call was cut off. She thought that he'd just run out of charge. She tried ringing him to no avail. She says her life will never, ever be the same. Danny's daughter, Ella, who's 17-year-old, she spoke to the court via a recording, said her dad is now ashes in a graveyard, and she addressed Platt directly. That excerpt has been made public tonight.
To memories never made and plans never fulfilled. No, you didn't mean to kill my dad and all that died alongside him, but you must have known your actions could have killed someone. We have lost a beacon of light in our family, and no matter how much I try to be like him, I can't restore a void that should never have been left so soon.
You can't help but be moved hearing that. The judge told Platt that he was selfish, arrogant, that he didn't care. It begged belief what he was doing in the seconds before the crash. He jailed him for 10 years for causing death by dangerous driving, banned him from driving for 13 years. It'll mean, in effect, he's banned for 7 years. That's the calculation how it works out by the time he comes out of jail. But the judge added that he absolutely understood that no sentence he could pass would ever compensate for what he said was the loss of a good man.
OK, Robin Preston, many thanks indeed.
Well, last year, the family of 3-year-old Ada faced their worst nightmare after she slipped out of her grandmother's home in St Helens and was found unresponsive after falling into a nearby lake.
Well, after a frantic search, police officers were able to pull her from the water and give her CPR before she was airlifted to Alder Hey, where, miraculously, she's gone on to make a full recovery.
Well, this weekend, Ada's mum, Alex, is taking on a skydive to raise money for the North West Air Ambulance charity as a way of saying thank you to the emergency crews who brought their daughter back to life. Tim Scott's been to meet them.
The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep.
Little Ada Hatcham and mum Alex are reunited with North West Air Ambulance charity paramedic Rob Evans. Rob was one of a host of emergency services workers who responded last year after Ada, who's non-verbal and autistic, had run out of her house and down to a nearby lake. The 4-year-old was found submerged in the water and her breathing had stopped.
It was not looking very good. This is a child that's been in cardiac arrest. Just resuscitated to getting a pulse back, but she was still unconscious. She wasn't breathing, she was cold, very, very poorly. You always have a bit of optimism, but I didn't think it was looking very good.
As the paramedics worked on Ada, mum Alex could only stand and watch. Can you put into words what was going through your head?
I was in hell. I was in a nightmare. I just kept thinking, please just let me wake up, because this can't be real, this can't be happening. There was no pulse to begin with. They brought her back, they resuscitated her, they done the CPR, a whole army of people just came together.
Ada was airlifted to Alder Hey Hospital, where she went on to make a full recovery. The freezing water in the lake had miraculously worked to prevent any brain damage. Alex is so grateful for the help and care provided to Ada that tomorrow she's doing a skydive to raise money and say a big thank you to the North West Air Ambulance charity.
I've only just recently found out that they do rely solely on donations and they don't get help off the government or the NHS, so I've decided I am going to spend the rest of my life raising money for them.
We know that now that Alex is going to hopefully do a skydive to raise money for the air ambulance this weekend. Her contribution and other people raising money like that, you must be so grateful.
It's amazing that Alex is doing what she's doing to support the charity after the traumatic experience she's had. Absolutely credit to her for taking that challenge on and doing it. We're so grateful. And to everybody else that supports the charity, we're always really grateful. Without that support, it wouldn't be possible to carry on.
Alex is hoping her skydive will raise around £1,000 for the charity. Next year, she'll be running a marathon, all because of their heroic efforts to save little Ada from drowning. Tim Scott, ITV News.
Oh, it's so great to hear little Ada's doing so well, and best of luck to Alex this weekend.
Indeed. Still ahead on Granada Reports this Friday.
Well, the countdown is well and truly on now for the official reopening of the iconic Epstein Theater in Liverpool.
And we start the weekend pretty warm and wet, but we end pretty cold and clear. We're going to need to feed the birds. All the detail a little later on.
But first, it is finally time to reveal which of our 4 amazing nominees have been named our Pride of Britain North West Fundraiser of the Year.
Yeah, all week we've introduced you to 4 amazing groups of fundraisers who dedicate themselves to trying to make life a little bit better for people here in the North West.
Well, Victoria Grimes is live from a secret location getting ready to surprise our winner, who will get to head down to London for the National Pride of Britain Awards next month.
But first, Granada Reports producer Ian Barber and I were joined by Paralympian Amy Truesdale and actor Andrew Lancel, who had the really tough job of picking our winner.
John Holmes is one of the lucky ones.
He survived the explosion which killed 16 people and left others with horrific burns and injuries.
I coped very well, I think. I think last year when I did the walk, and I just thought 40 years is Abbeystead, I'm going to walk.
And walk he did. A series of treks have helped John raise £36,000 for the burns unit, which helped him.
Well, I'd say it's amazing because it is so long ago that he's keeping it so alive, so fresh, so physical.
You can see the practical difference that the fundraising's making as well.
He's just proactively doing what he can to support the whole community, so it was really good.
We lost Millie on resus. It was very sterile. There was obviously tubes everywhere, machines going off. Yeah, and I think our aim is to try and provide a room that's a bit more comforting, a bit like the one we're in now.
The couple have now raised £80,000 to provide specialist equipment to help make the saddest of times a little easier to bear.
They go out of the way to organise these huge events to raise money for the foundation, you know, organising charity rugby matches, people are running as well.
And be amongst all those other parents that are grieving and sort of
still being around it.
Yeah. And to be able to talk so publicly and honestly with pride and to admit that they still cry every night and sob on the floor, but they're going to pick themselves up for her.
What got you started doing it? Just a little brainwave, really. We've been friends for
nearly 30 years. Over 30 years. We lived quite, near to each other. We both like socialising.
Walking, always had dogs, and just used to go out walking all the time. Then we just come up with this idea that, do you know what? All these hospices are struggling.
Yeah, so we just thought, why not do it? Why not try it?
At the heart of it, something really important that, affects so many people's lives in that area, but they're doing it with fun and a laugh and including family and friends. I think it's ace.
Yeah, I mean, we hear so often, don't we, how hospices are really struggling to fund themselves.
Yeah.
Then you've got these two and the whole community that are getting behind them.
Yeah, they look like double trouble. I bet they've got a few interesting stories to tell, but it's amazing the kids getting involved, they're moving, they're supporting as well, so it was really good.
The reason I did this challenge was to try and raise the awareness so we can try and find a cure in the future. Someone can have their relationship with their grandparents like I did and hopefully keep that relationship till forever and ever, really. But,
He wanted to raise as much as possible for the Alzheimer's Society after his granddad Roy was diagnosed with the disease.
Oh, just see him, how he's inspired the kids though and getting them running as well.
Yeah, it's when you use something so personal to you to share it with people and to keep a legacy going. It is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, the kids are super cute, so they've been an amazing support, but yeah, fair play, because that's some commitment doing it every day.
In bare feet?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It's really difficult. There's so many inspiring nominees, but one really stood out for me today.
Just incredible nominations, 4 incredible stories. I went with my heart because I think what these people have gone through and going through, and to be able to share their story and give hope and comfort is beyond inspiration.
Well, for very inspiring nominees, I'm so glad I didn't have the job of judging that, but our judges did a wonderful job, and I get to do the good bit now because I get to surprise the winners. Now, they think they are here to have some photographs taken with their rugby club, but little do they know that actually we are about to join them live. Where are you, Pip and Sean? Hello, you are live on Granada Reports. Come over here, you two. Come over here. Come and see me. Am I getting a hug? Congratulations. Congratulations, you are our Granada Regional Pride of Britain Fundraisers of the Year. Congratulations. Flowers for you as well. I know you're probably a bit speechless, but how do you feel?
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Just no.
Yeah.
This sort of stuff doesn't happen to us. We've had a couple of years where nothing good ever happens. So this is amazing.
You've had such a difficult few years since you lost Millie Rose. And I know everyone here is so extraordinarily proud of you and all the hard work that you've done to raise £80,000 to help other parents. I mean, Pip, how have you got through this last couple of years? Because it's been horrendous, I know.
Just with each other, I think, and we've got an amazing support system of family and friends, but yeah, for Millie more than anything.
What do you think Millie would think?
She'd be buzzing.
She'd be a bit embarrassed, wouldn't she? But she'd be
Yeah.
buzzing inside.
She'd be so proud of both of you, and we're so proud of you as well. And thank you for everything that you do. Now, we saw the judges before. One of those judges was Andrew Lansell. He is with Cal on the red carpet in Liverpool tonight. So I'll have one big cheer from you guys tonight for them. And we will head to Cal.
Oh, wow. Huge congratulations. That's amazing. We're now here at the Epstein Theater in Liverpool with one of our Pride of Britain judges, Andrew Lansell. How hard was it to find? There were all such worthy winners.
Well, it was an honour, first and foremost, but it was unbelievably difficult to choose is the wrong word, but I thought Millie's story was just so touching, inspiring, so brave to keep a legacy going like that for people who are going through things that are inconceivable. So it was a great honour, and I'm really delighted for them.
Yeah, they've done so well, haven't they? Huge congratulations. And another congratulations is we're here at the iconic, amazing Epstein Theater in Liverpool. With so many theatres closing, this is reopening. It's a celebration.
This is reopening. It had a bit of a pause. I was here in 2012 doing a play about Brian Epstein, and so I'm delighted to be back tonight on what would have been his 91st birthday, celebrating the reopening of this historic, brilliant venue with a very special night. So it's, there's a lot of love in the city for Brian, and he deserves it.
You've played him 7 times. Can we just take a look at this statue?
Yeah.
I think you look like him more than Brian does.
Yeah, well, he's been very good to me as Brian. He's been very good to me, so...
Brilliant. Enjoy the evening. I know you've got a variety show on this evening. Anthony, you're the general manager here. There's been £1 million renovation. Where has the money gone?
Yes, welcome back to the iconic Epstein Theatre. The private investment has enabled us to redevelop the theatre. We've redecorated, installed an amazing PA system, new lighting rig, new curtains and new carpet, and the development keeps on going.
Oh, it looks incredible, Anthony. Honestly, it does. And now, I'm not sure if I should come over here. Ricky Tomlinson has got a huge pair of scissors. How are you, young sir?
I'm on top of the world, thank you.
How many times have you performed on this stage? It's so great it's reopening.
Loads of times, and I love it. And, many times I've been on the stage, many times in the audience watching the pantos and the artists and that. It's tremendous. It's part of Liverpool, isn't it? It's in the centre of Liverpool. It's in the heart of Liverpool, and that's why it gets the support that it gets.
I'm not sure I trust Ricky with those.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
And you've got a big birthday coming up next year as well, haven't you?
I have,
next week, sorry. 86.
86, yeah.
Look incredible.
Well, it's the sex life I have,
Shall we get to the cutting of the ribbon? Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Come on, we ready? We want everyone to join in. Come on. 10, 9, come on. 8,
Quickly.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll put them down
You
now.
put them down, Ricky. Goodness me, celebrations are going on.
Cal,
throughout
many
the
thanks
evening here in
indeed. The less said about Ricky Tomlinson's extracurricular activities, the better, I think.
Yeah, and well done to everyone who was nominated for Pride of Britain, and especially, obviously, to Pip and Sean.
Yeah.
Right, on to sport now. And could one of our historic rugby league clubs finally be on the brink of a return to the big time?
Yeah, Oldham haven't been in Super League, the sport's top division, for nearly 30 years. But tonight, they are in the Championship playoffs.
Yeah, well, Chris Joyne can join us live now from Boundary Park. And Chris, winning the playoffs doesn't necessarily mean promotion, though, does it?
Yes, it's all about franchise applications these days. Your performance on the pitch is just part of the puzzle, and of the 7 championship clubs that have applied for Super League franchises, we have from the Northwest, Widnes Vikings and Oldham, and their MD is with us now, Mike Ford. First of all, the applications went in a few days ago. How confident are you, and when will you know if Oldham are a Super League team again?
Yeah, it went in last Friday, the 12th, and we won't know until the 16th of October. It's when the same day they put the IMG scores out. So on that day, you'll know the 12 teams that are going to be in Super League on the IMG scores, and you know the 13th and 14th is what we're hoping to be, the 13th or 14th team, which is confident-wise. The criteria is financial sustainability looking forward. So from now to 26, 27, 28, we feel we've put a good bid in for that. Because we've got other things going on apart from the match day experience. What you usually get your revenue from is from your ticket sales, your sponsorship. We've got other things like Sports Town, which you know, Chris, all too well. And we're just down the road, we've put some fantastic plans in for our new training facility, which is going to help us have extra revenue streams. And the second point is what they want to see is your roster, your playing roster. So we've signed 21 players already for next year, whichever division we're in. And of that, 18 are Super League players, so we feel we've got a really good bid.
And you could do that job tonight. Now, you played in 2 stints here at Oldham. You know what rugby league means to this town. What would it mean to the people of Oldham to have a Super League team again?
Yeah, I think it'll mean everything. The journey we're on since we took over 2 years ago, our first was to reconnect with the town, and we had a purpose. We had three parts to the purpose. One was the pathway in kids. We wanted to start playing. The second was a bit of a legacy, you know, with our training facility and being here at Boundary Park forever. But third was Super League, but we didn't really talk about it, and it's crept up on us. If we could win that bid in a month's time, then I think this town, after what Latics have done, the football club have done this year in getting promoted to the EFL again, I think it's a real good story for the town, and hopefully everyone will come out and support us.
Absolutely. Well, good luck for tonight, Mike. Enjoy the game, and good luck for the Super League application as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's move on to the rest of the day's sports news now, and it's Merseyside derby time in the Premier League. Now, you may remember that the last one was settled by a goal from the late Diogo Jota, and Liverpool boss Arne Slot has today thanked Everton for their support after he died in a car crash in the summer.
In these moments of times, it's so nice to see that in those tragedies, the rivalry is still there, but the respect towards both is also there. Every Anfield game is special, but this derby is even more special.
I need to try and shorten the gulf between the two clubs. At the moment, Liverpool are champions, probably favourites, if not second favourites for the Champions League. And, you know, we're not. We're Everton at the moment, who've just come out of 3 or 4 difficult seasons.
Well, like Liverpool, Manchester City opened their account in the Champions League with a win last night. They beat Napoli 2-0 at the Etihad Stadium. Erling Haaland becoming the fastest ever player in the competition to reach 50 goals. He took just 49 games to do it.
Just congratulate him, because it's alongside in terms of goals, Van Nistelrooy, but especially Lewandowski, but especially with the two monsters that have been Cristiano and Messi during 50, 20 years. Erling is there, so in terms of goals, is unbelievable.
Well, now to a bit of European history for the red half of Manchester. Manchester United have reached the main draw of the Women's Champions League for the first time in their history. They beat Brann 3-0 in their qualifier last night. That's 3-1 on aggregate.
Getting that winning feeling. FOW, sponsor of the Granada Sport Report.
Well, now we head to the World Athletics Championships, and a couple of medal hopefuls from the Northwest heading into the weekend. Atherton's Olympic champion Keely Hodgkinson will be in the final of the 800 metres on Sunday after winning her semi-final today. And Liverpool's Katarina Johnson-Thompson is currently third in the heptathlon after 4 rounds. There are 3 more to come, of course, tomorrow. We wish them both the very best of luck, just as we wish good luck to Oldham tonight. They could move a huge step closer to rejoining Super League in the playoffs tonight.
Oh, we'll keep everything crossed. Thanks so much, Chris.
Fingers crossed at Oldham. We'll leave you tonight with some good news for Take That fans. Yes, in a surprise announcement, the group revealed they're returning home to the Northwest as part of the summer tour next year.
Very exciting. Yeah, they're bringing back one of their biggest shows, the Circus Live, for 2 nights at Manchester City's Etihad Stadium next June, with tickets going on sale next Friday morning.
This is everybody's favourite tour, and I would include us in that. It's our favourite tour. And when I think of walking out every night and seeing the smiles on everyone's face, this is the one. And so we were like, can we do this again? And we're feeling very positive about it.
Yeah, well, we'll need something to look forward to when you hear what the weather's got in store for us. Kerry's got the details.
Why do I need a shower? I've been out in the rain.
The faster you go, the sooner you'll be out. You'll save water too.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Hello, very good evening to you. There was some hazy sunshine around the region today, but already pretty soggy underfoot across many parts of the region. Of course, it's the autumnal equinox on Monday, but between now and then, still some pretty unsettled conditions heading our way. Already quite wet for parts of Cumbria and the Isle of Man today, and that area of rain seeps across all parts of the region tonight and into tomorrow. Be heavy and persistent at times, improving on Sunday, but to colder conditions, but drier and brighter into the weekend. So it's this annoying trailing front that peps up as we head into Saturday before pushing its way eastwards, and then a northerly for Sunday into the early part of Monday. A definite change in the feel of things, but with high pressure building, a lot of drier and brighter weather to come for our part of the UK as we head into next week. But as we head into tonight, we stick with that northwest-southeast split, so for the Isle of Man and Cumbria and parts of Lancashire, that persistent and heavy rain continuing for much of the night and making very slow progress south and eastwards. Cloudy skies, mild conditions, and yes, weather warnings in place by the time we reach dawn tomorrow. 6:52 and 7:15 are your sun times. Expect cloudy skies and outbreaks of rain. Yes, heavy and persistent tomorrow. Bit of a challenge about where it will sit and park for a while before it pushes south and eastwards, but if you're under it, you will certainly know about it, and that prolonged rain could give us some fairly high rainfall totals by the end of the day. A little bit drier and brighter and eventually colder from the north as we head through Sunday, but those showers could pep up for a time the first part of Sunday before improving, and yes, definitely feeling colder into the start of next week.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
So what Kerry's trying to say is make sure your brollies are very close by. That is it for Granada Reports this evening and for the week. Many thanks indeed for watching.
Have a very lovely weekend, whatever you're up to. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.